Hello and welcome back to the fifth and final game of this best of 5 for the Rapture Gaming League in the Grand Finals. It is going to be first Departure and Mineski both sitting on 2 wins, looking to force out the win over one another to take home 10,000 Singaporean dollar for first prize, while second prize only gets 3,000 Singaporean dollars. It's still quite nice, but the difference is quite big. So 7,000 Singaporean dollars at stake. And of course, for this match, I'm not by myself. Vickamon, welcome back.
Good to be back, Shiver. We came in and we discussed who we thought was favored, and I think both of us said Mineski. And now I don't know. I feel like it's about even, honestly. We've had everything across the spectrum of games. We had a good old-fashioned stomp in game 1. We had some back and forth games. We had a 40k lead that was heavily imperiled briefly in the last game. I don't even know.
It was we just had everything. Base races. We missed base races. I guess we can class the previous game as a base race, but one just didn't even make it to the base.
Yeah, not really.
No,
maybe this will be a base race.
We're gonna have Maran and Elder Titanism on the same side. We haven't had that before, so that's a new one. Still Alchemist banned out, still Clockwork banned out, as well as Timber and Lifestealer. I think so far, I mean, Mineski get a Venomancer, which is great for them, but the previous time they had a Venomancer, they ran it solo mid and it didn't end up working out. So I like first Departure's draft better this far, but this will be our first match with the OD. OD.
He's been consistently late banned just to make sure that nobody takes him out, but Mineski's gonna go ahead and sometimes you do the ban into pick OD, but here they do the pick into ban, like take OD, ban Razor, and you're already in pretty good shape because there's very few heroes not named Razor that actually can lane decently against OD.
Yeah,
there are some.
Well, they ban out the Razor indeed. I would like heroes that do okay up against OD, or that are often picked against OD regardless how well they do. Sometimes Lifestealer, Lone Druid, which is banned out now as well. Kunkka is one of the heroes that actually does okay against
Kunkka's okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Razor and LD are definitely the two good ones. Kunkka's okay. You know who's really good against OD? 1v1?
Who?
Sniper.
Oh my god, he doesn't need mana, he just headshots you all the time.
I'm not kidding, but there's other problems with Sniper that make him a bad pick, but he actually does beat OD 1v1.
Reserve time.
He does. Well, you know, I don't know, because he is still quite squishy, and he doesn't have an escape. And I guess 1 versus 1 is going to be okay, but there's still going to be the heavy ganking potential, especially with the Venomancer there.
Like I said, I'm speaking very, very specifically about 1v1. There are other problems with Sniper that make him really, really bad.
Yo.
Sorry. Anyway, I mean, they have Veno, they have OD, they have a good start, but first Departure, I mean, the Elder Titan comes out for the 3rd game in a row. 1-1 with it, lost 1 with it.
True. I have to say, so far, both teams could still take it. We have had so many different games. We've had mistakes from both, we have brilliant plays from both. I'm just quite torn because I have to admit that especially after that first game, I was expecting a quick 3-0.
Yeah, I mean, the first game was definitely very convincing, but first Departure got pretty outdrafted that game. So, the next few games were less tilted at the draft stage, I feel. And this game, both teams have good teams so far. My worry is just, what is FD going to run against the OD? Which is what we've discussed already, but yeah, Kunkka, you didn't mention Troll. Troll is okay.
Hey, we haven't seen Troll. I haven't casted a Troll in ages.
Yeah, surprisingly so, because yes, he did get nerfed, and also there was a quality of life change that really hurt him. The Dota 1 parody quality of life change that he used to... In Dota 2, you could free flow the stances.
Yeah.
But now it has the same delay as in Dota 1, where it has a little bit of a delay, like a quarter to a third of a second. So not being able to free flow is not only a nerf, it's also really annoying. It makes the hero less fun to play.
I guess so. Well, we used to see him a lot. He didn't even get that.
We did. I think he was slightly overrated before, and now he's slightly underrated. I feel it's weird that we never see him.
Yeah. Well, that's a Shadow Demon and Mirana combination. That's quite decent. We haven't seen Shadow Demon in ages. I kind of like Shadow Demon can be nice, but I mean, there's a reason he's falling off favor because normally you at least want to disable your support and
right. But I mean, basically, the idea I guess is disruption plus arrow is basically like 2 disables. So at least like you're getting something out of it. He's a hero that's also like he's not good, but he is never picked when there's probably situations where he can be. And some teams will run him. I've seen Fnatic run him. VG definitely runs him and actually wins with him. They're like 7-8-0 or something.
What does VG not win with? To be honest,
that is an excellent point. So yeah, but still, SD is not so bad. Disruption's neat, Purge is neat. And here's the Invoker. So for the first time since game 1, but he's a hero that's been all over the RGN playoffs.
Apparently they're not winning with Anti-Mage, by the way, just saying. I like the Invoker pick this time. I mean, I really didn't like it when they picked it up in their first couple of bans, or first couple of picks, but the Invoker picks today have been a bit better timed, and I think it's nice. I think it's okay up against an OD. He's not gonna necessarily like lose straight away. He's gonna be able to get some farm, but he's not gonna be able to win.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I still think it's pretty hard to judge the drafts at this stage. We haven't seen Mineski's one roll. We've seen Darkseer. We've shrugged a collective shrug. And, I mean, First Departure definitely looking for upside in their picks as well. I mean, both teams will look for carries, so I'm also... I don't know what they're going to ban. Like, I think Luna will probably be one of these 2 bans.
It could very well be. Because she would fit in either lineup, actually. I wouldn't mind seeing it... it's too late, because First Departure... I wouldn't, like... I guess First Departure needs another support. And indeed, they ban out a Leshrac. Interesting.
Oh, right. Yeah, for whatever reason, I was imagining that it would be 4-row Mirana, but you're right. They're gonna put like somebody, probably Chibi on it, actually.
Because I figured, you know, if Mirana is indeed a core, I'm hoping that she's not gonna be the hardcore. The carry.
It looks like she might be.
Yeah, because this looks to be it. But Elder Titan could also be supported if they wanted to. But they could run this as an aggressive tri lane and then pick something else in the safe lane still. I'm really hoping that that's going to be the case. Wow. Nope. Nyx Assassin. Denied.
So... support Nyx, I guess?
Yep. Support Nyx and Shadow Demon and Mirana and Elder Titan off lane and Mirana the farmer. I'm like... I was really liking their draft.
Mineski can just go over the top of this, right?
Until
Sorry,
they... What?
I wasn't saying anything. What's up?
Mineski's gonna go over the top?
Like, they'll just get, like, a better carry and just win, right?
Yeah, that's how it goes, right? Because Mirana hard carry is just not gonna be a hard carry. Anti-Mage is still in the pool, hell. We've seen them do it before. They don't even need Anti-Mage, might as well do it the same thing over.
They really have the pick of the litter. I mean, the Cligs was a good ban from First Departure, to be fair, because... it's really good with OD. The burst damage from the 2 heroes just blows anything up. But really, anything in the pool would work. I mean, they could just pick the best stuff. Luna is available and would be strong. Anti-Mage, as you mentioned already, no Lifestealer, but they could go Bristleback. They probably shouldn't. This isn't a particularly great Bristleback game, but they could. Earthshaker naturally, Veno carry, fine. Okay. That's not... I was not anticipating that.
I mean, neither, because...
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you.
We've seen Veno as a mid-hero. Didn't work out, right? That was a game they lost.
Yeah.
So they're gonna now try it in a carry position and hope that it works better?
See, what they should do, if they had any sense at all, would be Veno support, Visage support, Earthshaker carry.
I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, am I kidding or not? Like, you could just go crit. Go crit. He does so much more damage than Veno, like, as a carry.
You know, I kind of think that, like, even though I'm not really agreeing with the pick, but they're professional players, so, you know, who might say anything about that, but the draft of First Departure allows for this.
It does.
Because they don't have any pressure of dealing with a hard carry, because Joven is going to piss them around a late game.
Yes, he will basically... destroy all of these heroes, frankly. Like, if Invoker does very well, I think First Departure, again, it's a very Invoker-dependent game. Like, we talked about this with the Yamatai game the other day, it's true here, too. Like, Invoker has a good game, yeah, First Departure can absolutely take it. Invoker has a mediocre game or a bad game, they have no chance. Like, if Invoker feeds, they have no chance. Like, the Mirana's not going to pull it back. Sorry.
Yeah, it's not the hard carry that you're looking for. Well, let's take a look at who is playing what, as we do have a pause coming out. And I will use, once again, the Driftwood Hudskin. So we've got ourselves the 5 Js. It is Joven playing the OD, Jules on the Venomancer, Jay on the Visage. 2 Vs. We've got Jesse Vash playing the Darkseer, and then Josh on the Earthshaker blocking his team with the Fisher.
That's so nice of him. And on first departure, it's going to be Kai on the Shadow Demon. It's going to be Lubby on the Nyx Assassin, Pelosan on the Invoker, and then it's Hana on the Elder Titan, and Chibi on the Mirana. So, I wonder, can they maybe sideline Invoker? No, they've pulled him. He's going mid. Okay, fine.
There's a lot of pressure on this aggressive tri lane, because if this aggressive tri lane fails, first departure only have the Elder Titan and the Invoker to fall back on, and that's not really too much.
Right, right. Yeah.
Especially not mid-game.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yep. Also, why is... Oh, that's funny. Chibi's inventory is full because he's currently carrying the wards just in case they catch him out and needs to leap out for safety. So, Nyx has his branch on layaway.
Ah! Look at that. Yep. I like that. That's some good...
It is cute. It is really cute. Because the only escape is the one on Mirana, so...
Yeah. It's a little play, but it's a worthy play. I mean, they had this earlier, right? They were the ones to catch Mineski out in this aggressive trial, or were they dire there as well? Oh, disruption into arrow, it hits! Can they take it? No, Astral Imprisonment. Oh, I love this! Impale, Fissures, Jay, Darbo! Dead. First blood goes to Kai. I was gonna say that I love the Astral Imprisonment on this dual lane because it just allows for, indeed, to disrupt the target, whoever gets arrowed. Disruption, arrowed, Astral Imprisonment. You're fine. And instantly we see a rotation because, you know, they don't want to deal with that. Perhaps
I actually think the OD side lane being able to avoid this departure combo is quite smart. But the downside is Veno versus Invoker, not as fun of a matchup as OD versus Invoker, where OD would just destroy is not even the word for what OD would do to Invoker.
Yeah. And then this Venomancer will be able to harass Pelosan a bit, but when he gets level 2, when he picks up his quest, that harass will be nullified almost, so... Well, like, this is a good lane for first departure. I think, even though their trial lane gets a bit weaker because of it, or at least the other team's trial lane gets a bit stronger, their mid gets a bit stronger from this rotation.
It does.
So that's great.
I don't think the situation is at all hopeless for first departure. I agree with you. I think this trial lane has a lot of potential. The Invoker is going to be able to have a decent time, unlike what would happen. Oh, they caught
Sunstrike. They're not going to catch Joven with the Sunstrike, but they might be able to do something more. Chibix trying to land an arrow, doesn't get it, has to be going away again. Nice Fisher still blocking Jay from chasing down anybody, but that's scary right there for Joven.
They want to turn around if he impales. Nice.
He has no impale anymore. Astral Imprisonment preventing that, but they will be going for the kill. Won't be able to do it. Fisher's aplenty. He only has 1 clarity left, but that's okay.
Yeah,
surprised that Kai doesn't turn around for the ticking off the clarity.
Yeah, good point. But the Astral's ruining the mana is just they're such a mana dependent tri-lane between the Mirana and the sorry, not the Shadow Demon, the Nyx, that the Astral just messes them up so badly. And meanwhile, on the top, I mean, Hana looks to be doing fine, Darkseer also doing well, and then in the mid, it's also actually Invoker favored. It's pretty scary for Veno, just because if you get nailed with a Cold Snap, like here, you probably die.
There's no Sunstrike coming out, though.
Is AFK Sunstrike. No, he's just timing it. Well, it might not be enough damage, never mind. Yeah, it's not.
Sorry, Cat. Sorry for sounds of Cat. Cat's things, why are you casting so long?
Yeah, why is Diego not hyped for this game 5? Sheesh.
Yeah, Diego. Sheesh.
Uh-oh.
Consider it. Arrow will miss, though. Bit of missed timing.
That's a terrible combo. Like, total combo fail.
Yeah. And they're actually going to be able to get a kill right there. Visage gets himself a kill, but just on the Shadow Demon. Nicely done.
Yeah, that was... I mean, that was just execution, right? Like, you can't say anything about it. Like, the Sunstrike and the arrow should both have hit, and neither did.
Yeah. Yeah, in the meantime, there's a dive going on, and that's a kill. Jesse Vash gets a kill. No! Whoa! Jukes!
The Jukes!
Jukes! And now he has to wait until the self takes off. Hana, run, dude! Run, dude! No, he's gonna be fine. Or don't come back.
Is he?
Why does he? No, he's fine. I was never worried.
I was.
Well, pretty neat juke, to be honest. I really didn't think he was gonna get away for that.
Yeah, that was a great juke. Amazing juke, in fact. Good job, Hana.
Yep.
But he is losing this lane.
Yes, he is. Quite, well, not quite heavily. Oh, he's actually half the last hits right now than a Darkseer, so I guess quite heavy, indeed. I'm surprised that First Departure is not getting more of the bottom lane. Well, I shouldn't be surprised because OD is just a boss, but I wish there was more action.
The thing is that Chibi isn't really farming down here, so he's 6 for 4, OD's 14 for 4. They're losing this lane because they didn't land that combo. Like, they needed to get more kills earlier on, so you're actually seeing people rotate away now.
Yeah, they smoked
because
up.
they gonna try to gank or something.
They have to deal with the Visage there too, though, because Jay has already rotated middle as well.
They sure do. Smart of Jay.
Yeah, I think so too. Perhaps he's going to be too late. They're going to go for the rune, which is indeed top. And instantly the two supports back off again. Well, that happened. I really think they could still go for it.
Well,
but
they've seen Visage, so they can go for bottom, right?
True. Did they actually see Visage, though, is the question. Oh, it was still daytime
would
when we
have.
walked past.
Yeah, they would have seen him.
Well, Visage is right
I think
behind
this is fine.
Pelozon. Pelozon has to be careful, but he's also going to be fine. Not so fine is going to be the Astro-imprisoned Earthshaker, who is going to die.
Why is he? He thought he was dead! He thought he was dead!
Well, that happened. Visage in the meantime, he is going to go overextend and die. They do get the Invoker in return for it though, but 1 for 1. Favored, of course, for Mineski, but Pelozon still at least getting a return kill for that. And yeah, Earthshaker could have gone for Fisher probably before he died.
Totally
or
could have gotten the Fisher off, unquestionably, but he thought he was dead.
Yeah.
But the main thing is that they get the OD.
Yeah.
Like, because
Nice
Nyx is, with that mana burn, it's so dangerous.
Indeed, and that's one of the reasons why a lot of people consider him the counter to, or a counter to OD. But it's just a mana burner. You can even play a support Nyx assassin and still be just the biggest menace that you can be up against an OD. It's very nice. I like it.
So it's starting to look a little better for First Departure. It was really shaky early on, but they're creating a little bit of opportunity.
They are. Right now, I mean, Jules, he is 25-0. Pelozon 29-8. He might have died once, but he's still ahead in last hits. And I really like this from the Venomancer, that he just constantly has those pressure up, has those wards up. That kind of makes so that Pelozon cannot leave his lane.
Yeah,
cannot go
really
for
does.
runes, for example, even. So even though Venomancer is not the hero that you would have, sense have the rune control, he has got the rune control purely by these wards.
Yeah, that's true. This is the thing. I mean, Venom mid is... This is definitely...
Oh,
planting these wards is definitely the idea behind it.
It doesn't have any wards, so he misses the rune.
Oh, yikes. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Pelozon's actually doing pretty well, though. And he's gonna have Midas pretty soon.
Hana might be in some trouble, though. We've got Jay coming around. The Iron Shell goes off. They're gonna go for him. The slow is there. Try to hide now if you can. He actually is gonna turn around. There's gonna be someone helping him out. Kai with the haste rune running to find the disruption on Kai. They find him. Soul Assumption hits as well. Also Catcher, rather. And that is gonna be not even a disruption needed. He gets a slow, and that's gonna be a kill. Nicely done. Very nice TPs coming in.
Good
from the
turnaround.
supports. Yeah.
Yeah. Smart of SD to take the haste rune before. They wouldn't. There's no way they would have caught the Visage without haste rune.
Yeah. You're right. And the support leaving bottom lane doesn't even hurt Jibix all that much. I mean, he still gets the experience. They don't kill him because the killing potential is just not that big on a hero with a leap.
Yep.
And
so OD
yeah, it's good.
Midas though. He's already used it once, so Joven's gonna be a bit. Again, we talked about how Mineski, like, this OD, if unanswered, is just gonna blow this game out.
Whoa. I think that Jibix just misclicked an arrow or something because of the Astro imprisonment. You just sent it
He was
right
trying to. The idea was to throw it out. Like, yeah, he definitely missed, but he was. The idea is just to throw it as the OD is prisoning you because you're not gonna have the mana afterwards anyway.
True. That is very true. Well, then you should aim it better.
He should. Fair. That's fair.
Well, hand of Midas for the Invoker there as well, so that's decent time for him. Not really good, but at least he has it. Better time than the last time we saw the Invoker, I believe, from him. I believe so, I'm not sure. All these games start to be mixed together a bit because this is the 5th game already. So for people that joined us since the game started, because I've realized that there's a lot of people that weren't here earlier, this is the 5th game of a best of 5 series. between Mineski first departure, obviously, and the winner of this game gets 10,000 Singaporean dollars, while the loser only gets 3,000. So there's a big difference. Sunstrike disruption, good timing, and that should be a kill. Nicely done. The solo mid Velamancer goes down while trying to go for the
in trouble. Nice fissure, nice astral. That was really great play.
Shivix doesn't have a leap anymore. He does have Moonlight Shadow though, and they don't have detection. He can make it out unless there's gonna be fissure. No, no mana. Actually, he does have mana, but he doesn't have a cooldown. The magic sticks will allow him for the mana, but nice escape coming from him. And actually, they're gonna go in. They have got the Shadow Demon around, although he's not that high on mana. Impale up onto the lobby. The arrow, Earthshaker, he's gonna be the one to die. Disruption still up on the Shadow Demon to save himself. It's gonna be enough while the OD is the one to drop. Kai running, juking, Sunstrike coming in, doesn't hit up on Visage, TP out from the Shadow Demon. He will be able to do that, and the Impale hits up on Jay. They will be able to get him. Poison Nova coming in though. Jules, he is looking for some retaliation kills. We'll be able to catch the Mirana, who's not able to do anything anymore before she dies. They are at least able to get the Mirana in return, but they lost their entire tri lane.
He's gonna ward him to death, maybe.
I think they might be able to be honest.
Constant slows.
There's still 4 stick charges.
Slows.
I mean, the
he's got
wards
2
keep,
bottle.
Yeah, the wards
He's got Gale. Lobby's done.
6 stick
Lobby's
charges.
done.
Where's the team? Team!
Team!
That's... Oh, nice spike Carapace. Oh, nope.
No way. The Gale's probably gonna do it. Maybe not.
No, maybe not. He has a mana boots, and he has now got an Impale if he can do it.
Wow,
Like, that's impressive.
Big plays. And honestly, I thought both teams actually did a lot of smart stuff in that fight. Unfortunately, Mineski was just on the back foot the whole time.
Yeah.
But OD did astral himself just long enough to actually use Midas before he died, which is immense.
That is actually pretty decent. Like,
another 190, because it doesn't, as long as you use it before you die, it's all reliable, so you can't lose any of that. So it was actually really good. But unfortunately, First Departure right now are just eking out an advantage consistently that Mineski isn't really able to do anything about. And part of it goes down to, like, Darkseer hasn't done anything this game. Like, Darkseer has had no real purpose.
Here we go again. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen,
I'm not talking about the hero.
To the Hate Darkseer.
No. I'm not. Right now, I'm not talking about the hero. Although it is relevant. The fact that the hero doesn't do anything is relevant. But even just why not rotate for that big fight, bottom, right?
That's true. That is true. We have a first Vendetta. Looking for someone. Gets a double Impale. No, misses both. Wow, I really thought that was going to be a double. If that was aimed properly, that would have been a kill. Sorry, I'm flaming. Oh, arrow! That's aimed properly for sure. That's going to be a kill. Starstorm on the edge. Now they go for the next one to visit. The Impale misses again, and Jay, shoot because of that. Stay safe. Stay frosty. But in comes Kai. He's got himself a soul catcher. Here comes your Shadow Darkseer. Arrows. Misses.
Oh.
It's not a Shadow Darkseer.
Still,
it's not a
that arrow on OD though.
That was legit. That was really nicely done for Chibix. And that's the best target you can get from this bottom lane right now. Slow him down.
Darkseer's Midas is done.
That's gonna be good for him. He's gonna need that
I guess.
too. 4
He
heroes,
sure will.
by the way, of First Departure on the bottom lane. And they don't get anything out of it apart from a kill on the OD. Well, I guess it's still nice, but I'm not sure if it's worth it.
Kill on OD is, I don't know, I think it's nice. And they forced the Darkseer to stop farming for 2 seconds. It lays right back to it.
Pelozon, by the way, is the one
biggest
that's... no. Pelozon is.
Oh, I meant on Mineski, but you're totally right. Pelozon is doing work. He's got his full 4 staff.
Yeah, I'm impressed because, I mean, OD of course has died a couple of the times more. That does help. But he is still very far ahead. Quite far ahead for this early on in the game.
I really thought Mineski would have an easier time this series. I'm just thinking overall. Like, I don't know. I gotta say the Earthshaker pick is still. I really when I saw Earthshaker, I was like, yeah, okay, Dendy style Earthshaker carry, right? But at this point, Lubby's just tearing into them.
I thought that was a joke.
It was a little bit of a joke, but I like to mix it up. Honestly, wouldn't that have been better though? Like Veno support, Earthshaker carry, and OD in the middle, and you just guarantee that Invoker has a 0 game.
It could work.
You guarantee that the Invoker is irrelevant with that choice. Like, there is 0% chance that Invoker makes any impact if he lands against
Disruption into Arrow. Let's see if the timing is perfect. It is! Starstorm, you're dead. No Sunstrike needed this time.
What they got out of the side lane OD was those Astrals to protect the aggressive tri-lane, so I acknowledge that that's very important, but they kind of still got wrecked.
They did. They did, for sure. I mean, our gold graph is showing that first departure need is in the lead. Even, you know, you could already see that from the kill score. There are about 8 kills difference between the two. And then the experience graph is the biggest here to show that 6k experience in favor of first departure. And, I mean, they are not even ahead in the Midas gaming battle. They have got 2 for 2, so it's very even in that regard. So that's not a way for Mineski to get back in this.
It's very interesting to me that Chibi is going Lincolns this game as well.
Well, he is a hard carry after all. Sorry for cutting.
Well, if you are hard carry Mirana, don't you want to not go Lincolns? Like, don't you want something like quick phase boots, drums, damage
you want to stay
stuff?
Alive though?
Yeah,
you're still a glass cannon.
Yeah, if fissure clips you, you're right. I mean, it's mainly I guess anti-fissure tech.
Anti-fissure, anti-soul assumption, soul assumption. I hate soul assumption and soul catcher in the same game.
Yeah.
Oh god, this Shadow Demon might actually die to
Soul
familiars.
Stealer
Oh, the stun doesn't hit. Otherwise, that would have been a kill, I think. Shadow Demon has to be careful.
Yeah. I don't know. It's gonna be difficult for Mineski. I think it's an uphill climb. When your major farmer is a freaking Darkseer, like now I am talking about the hero.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Well, this
Look,
Darkseer...
he doesn't even have ult, which like this is the sensible way to level Darkseer. But how many spells does he have that are relevant?
Hey, he has won the lane, yeah, okay. He is highest farmer on his team.
DC.
At least there's someone who's farming.
I agree. Darkseer lanes well.
Ooh, Lobby, what you doing there?
Man.
Oh, that's an illusion, dude! Oh my god, dude!
Yikes.
Well, oh my... Oh, okay. That was a
Yikes.
legit facepalm right now. Lobby dies. I actually facebumped in real life for that.
That's
well,
fair.
That's a dominating streak. That's 500 gold to
522.
the OD. Well, you might have shut him down, but right now he's back on track.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
can they actually take a tower? There are so many people here. They've got the
They can try.
Venomancer here as well. So they have to make something work. They already got only 1 kill, but it was just a support Nyx. It is support Nyx, right? Yeah, it was. Almost forgot about that. Stomps, arrows, jewels, sunstrike. You're dead. Astral Imprisonment will keep him safe. Actually, Starstorm will still come out the moment that he's out, though. No, the Fisher. Jibix is the one to die instead. That's why you need a link. That's right there. Kai,
Nice place.
Echo slammed. Still a demonic purge thrown out before he dies. But Hana, what are you gonna do with that? Well, he's gonna punch people. Okay, that's fair enough. OD still dies. Mirana actually buys back. We'll be back here shortly. Or he's trying to some arrows, but can't find any. Still a lot of damage to Jules, but it doesn't matter. It is the Visage that gets the Elder Titan. All of a sudden, it is gonna be Mineski to take the fight. Still lose the Venomancer. Actually, he's not gonna Mineski to take the fight. What am I saying? That buyback
Josh
that
is
it worked. Yeah, that's Darkseer. You have full mana. You have a wall. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay.
Now we're not talking about the hero.
Now we're not talking about the hero. So, no, but that was actually a really big comeback from first departure, because if Mineski would have won that one, they would have been so completely back into the game. But because first departure bought back their Mirana, they were able to turn it around, force Mineski back, picked him up on the way out. And Elder Titan was just a big punching bag. He had his mechanism in that fight as well, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, that helped out. Because there's no mech yet on the Mineski, and there's
yeah.
like Visage is the mech builder apparently, or is it no? It's the medallion.
No, it's Veno. Veno went straight for mech this game.
Oh, he still has it. Cool. Well, it didn't help
He
out.
just finished it.
So
He's just getting orbital strikes called in. I mean, he can cancel that with the mechanism if he needs to, but yeah, it becomes a very tough game after that fight. I also thought the Mineski were going to take it. I thought the Echo Slam placement was pretty good. The defensive Astral was amazing on whoever it was on. Veno, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. He was Veno for sure. He got caught out by the arrow, and yes, that's Astral Imprisonment definitely saved his life, even though he still died afterwards.
The Astrals have been great.
Oh,
it's just everything else that
Gale
doesn't
leaps
work.
away, still very slow, but they won't be able to catch him before he reaches the tower, or will they? Oh.
No, they won't. They won't. Kai, does he have 4-step on this Shadow Demon? Not quite yet. It's hard to farm on this guy.
I was gonna say, what are you expecting from this support Shadow Demon? He doesn't have a Midas. He doesn't play Midas gaming.
Okay, fair. I was just curious. I
minutes
wasn't lambasting him for.
Does he have a first half? Well, we're 5k gold in favor of first departure, 7k experience in their favor, and right now, Mineski is looking to do the same thing they did earlier, sitting bottom lane. This time though, they have the OD farming top, so he's not gonna be there. He needs to be the carry this game, so he needs more farm, he needs more gold, and he is not getting it if he stays on bottom lane, sharing experience and gold with 4 other people.
Go. Jesse Vosh needs to take a page from Jules Game 1 and the 260 hero damage.
Well, so far so good,
Here comes
they say.
First Departure coming around the back, though.
Oh,
This
yeah?
is a
They
very
find-
aggressive pincer.
Yeah, no, they find a courier. No, they won't be able to kill him off.
No, no way. Fiesel Fez has got this.
Fiesel Fez, his carpet is the fastest in the lands. What are you talking about?
You're completely right.
Well, that's also First Departure now fighting a fight. The smoke actually comes from Mineski, looking maybe to help middle. Well, maybe it will be too late. The arrow, a nice arrow from Chibix. Leap forward, Starstorm, you're dead. Nyx with the kill. Starstorm not even needed, and that was. This is an OD that really needed to farm. That's why he wasn't with his team. Well, he gets punished for it, punished hard.
I'm worried for OD. I mean, he's making BKB, but it's not coming quickly. And all he's got is 4 staff. I don't know. It seems really, really scary. I feel like First Departure are taking just complete control of the game, and Peloson is farmed as well. They get Lubby, though.
Yeah, the Gale
maybe.
goes. He gets an impale,
Should
but
be easy.
oh, Disruption will keep him safe for a little while. Can he actually get away? He does not have a Vendetta. Gets vacuumed back. The damage from the Iron Shell is going to be too much. He will end up dying, but it is First Departure looking to retaliate that kill. They get themselves a Venomancer. Echo Slam coming up from Jaws, and Chivix is going to be dead. That's what he's going to be. Looking for Pelozon. The Surge is on. It's 2 for 1 so far, but they won't be able to chase the Moonlight Shadow, giving safe exit to the rest. Or will they? Yeah, they will. That's a very nice gank for Mineski. Losing a Venomancer is worth the Mirana and the Nyx, I'd say.
I agree. I think getting Mirana is an enormous deal, especially
Whoa,
because she's still
whoa.
not on Lincoln's.
Ooh,
Oh, wow.
especially if they get Pelozon.
What a good fisher.
You're saying the Fisher? What a good Fisher? No, I'm gonna call it out. Jesse Vash, what a good vacuum. Good on you, Darkseer. You do right things too. You know, you have to credit him when he makes plays. That Fisher
Look,
was only possible because of the vacuum.
The day I praise a Darkseer.
Well, he did well. They wouldn't have gotten that kill on Pelozon without it, and he wasn't fast enough to get his invisibility out. They'll get a that's a Radiant Courier. They get a tower out the back of that, or they should be able to. We do have a bit of a backstab coming in from the Nyx Assassin, but I'm not sure if he should be going in. He's not going to go in. I don't blame him for that. Courier was, by the way, picked up all the way over here. How did he die there?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I wasn't watching the Courier, but yeah, I agree. The pick on Peloson was absolutely critical, and now they've killed both Mirana and Invoker in the last minute or so. Mirana, she still will hit Lincoln's, but it'll take a little bit longer. And Mineski, I think they'll feel like they have a new lease on life after those kills, because they were really getting choked out.
Yeah.
Still, with the Lincolns and the Scythe coming out so quickly, Invoker, is he? Yep, so he has 116 intelligence. OD has 83.
Ouch. Well,
so OD is going to push Sandy's Eclipse, and then the little like trumpet noise will play. Yeah.
Wah, wah, wah.
That's exactly the one I was talking about.
Well, Arrow Sunstrike up
Joven.
on Joven, he's dead. Nicely done. Mirana might still be dying for that though. Disruption will keep her safe. She doesn't have a leap though. Does have Moonlight Shadow, but it won't be having enough time to get out with it. Or will she actually? The Hex comes in. Pelozon. Lifesaver. Soul Substitute doesn't do enough damage. There goes the Moonlight Shadow. Chibix should be able to make a safe exit with that one. More Soul Substitute coming out, but not getting enough damage. The birds will do the job though. Kai dies. TP out from Josh. Gets interrupted by the teleport. Very short range with only 1 Wex, but it was enough. Now Pelozon is in trouble. And because of... Oh my god, he killed himself. 4-stop. The only reason he died there was because the Earthshaker wasn't gone.
Yeah, the totem stun. Otherwise, he would have probably gotten away.
Yep, otherwise
So,
we'll TP out.
Losing Invoker does suck pretty bad there. I mean, this gives them another tower. Mineski are doing work with the trades they're getting.
Yeah, so far, I mean, there's only 1 tower down on the side of Mineski themselves, which is the mid-tier 1. And other than that, they are just ahead. Well, they are not ahead in kills though, because Jules dies here as well. But Mineski is getting the map objectives over the fights, while First Departure, I mean, they're getting the kills, but they're not getting the towers after it.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Mineski, because they're getting the favorable trades every time with the towers, they're actually should be creating enough room for somebody to farm. The only question is, like, who? If OD is dead while these trades are occurring, at least he does get the tower gold, but he's not getting the trade gold. So really, the gold is accruing to Darkseer. So, I mean, he'll get Scythe, which is actually really, really excellent. I think the Scythe will be a big addition to their loadout. But that's it. it's not like they're giving a damage dealer more damage. They're really just adding Scythe of Ice to their lineup, which is good, but it's not game changing yet.
Do you think that first departure is gonna take an uncontested Roche?
I think Mineski's probably gonna give it a shot.
They do have a medallion,
it'll be slow. Yeah. I don't know. Chibi's got DD runes, so actually this is dropping faster than Mineski can deal with it, so never mind. It'll be fun. Easy.
Easy peasy. In they come, though. In they come. They're actually stopping this tornado. Vacuum into wall!
Nice
big vacuum, big wall! That's Insanity's Eclipse, dropping the hammer. Disruption will keep Hana safe, but only for a little while. He'll be the first one to die here. Jesse Vash looks to be the second one after his vacuum wall. He went in way too far. Maybe they can get themselves Chibics, but he's leaping himself to the high ground. They're gonna try to go for Roshan, indeed. In comes the four spirits helping out, though. Kai, you're dead. That's for sure. Meteor's falling. Jay, trouble. Jay, dead. Gem dropping on the floor as well. In comes Jules with the Poison Nova. Chibics came back, but he's gonna be paying for that one. But he's able to pick up the Aegis before he dies. Big plays. Below's on. He is gonna be dying, but or not. Oh my god. No, it's no.
Oh my god.
That one ward not gonna get him. Quas too strong. Quas too strong. D-wipe on the side of Mineski. Oh my god. First departure got that. I really thought that Mineski had a big chance there.
When they had that vac, I was like, okay, they can take it, right? Like
they could.
For a brief moment, I believed in the dream of Darkseer Shiver, but that dream was, as it always is, brutally crushed by how terrible the heroes. No, I'm kidding. Actually, a bigger problem was the fact that Fissure trapped OD on the wrong side of Roshan.
Yeah.
Fissure was here, Roshan is here, OD is here, and the team fight is here. So OD didn't participate in the team fight. He got the kill on Roshan, but he couldn't even reach the Aegis.
It was on the other side.
Mirana, with 3 Veno slows on her, walks up, takes the Aegis, dies, comes back and wins the fight.
So, nice attempt to Sunstrike. The stop will still come out, but Darkseer to save the day. Vacuum doesn't work out. Well,
this game's so weird.
This game is very weird.
Video games.
I'm happy that this, like, really, these two teams, they're very enjoyable to watch. I don't think anybody can say otherwise.
This is an incredibly hyped series.
Yes.
Like for reals.
I think it's worthy of a grand finals.
It's definitely worthy of a grand final. I agree. I mean, like, there's been some very odd things that have happened that you don't typically see, but it's hype. And that's what I care about. Peloson is huge though. 15k net worth at 25 minutes for this Invoker. Like, sure, he's died 3 times, but I can't believe he lived in that last fight. Like, on 22 HP.
I really, like, I knew that he had the Poison Nova on him, and I know that can't kill people, but the Venom Ward's good, and he had that tick on him too. It was so close. Oh.
It really was close.
How much would you want for, like, having Aghanims of your Jules at that point? I mean, you're still a mid-Venomancer after all.
That's the thing. They could have built mech on Darkseer, right?
Yeah.
And not force the solo mid-Veno to go mech. I don't know. It's interesting. He's got Blink now. Blink, mech, Veno. That's...
I like the Blink for the Poison Nova.
Yeah.
Massive,
I think Mushi went Blink in that one game, right?
Yeah.
They
Blink
lost.
is the fact that you got... Okay. Don't rub it in. It's a good item.
No. It's not a bad item. I like Blink.
Well, they can have the biggest team fight. Like, they have got a great team fight, to be honest. I mean, Earthshaker is also having his Blink Dagger almost ready. So then you've got yourself a Vacuum Wall, Blink into Echo Slam, Blink into Poison Nova, Sanity's Eclipse dropped on top of that, and Visage will just Soul Summon anybody who tries to run away from the fight. And that's, like, there's a big wombo combo factor in that one.
I agree. But after that Aegis fight, Mineski have fallen so behind. Like, that was such an enormous opportunity for a turnaround of just a couple things. Honestly, the Fissure block was a huge component. Like, the fact that he blocked OD.
Oh,
but he was
Fissure block.
Oh, nice Fissure.
Spike Carapace
Yeah, this
still
is a
helping
good
out,
kind of Fissure block.
Yep. Arrow will miss, Gale will miss, and misses spells all over the place. 4 heroes here in the jungle of first departure that, or in the jungle of Mineski that are of first departure. But 5 here from Mineski, so they win the battle of numbers. Below's on a split pushing though, and he has boots of travel. This is starting to get actually a very dangerous split pusher. It's pretty scary with those 4 spears as well. They can't really let that go, so they are rotating OD against that. I like that OD is so fast with picking up the 4 spirits. That's a great thing, I think.
Yep, the extra damage on summoned units and illusions comes into play a lot more often than you might think. Like, it sounds like this weird corner case, but it's actually a huge deal in a lot of things. It's good against necro creeps too, except for the part where they then kill OD, but it's okay.
Necro creep.
That's what it is the BKB for.
Yup. Well, the split push has stopped. Has stopped indeed. Jibix just bought something. Does he have a full mana style already? Yes, he does. Wow, that's fast.
It is. It is. I'm scared. I think Mineski are so behind right now. Like, they have a lot of gold on Darkseer, but it's still just going to be a Scythe of Ice when that finishes. And by the time he even gets the Scythe, I feel like it's almost going to be kind of ho-hum. Like, Colossun's had a Scythe of Ice, and he's about to get his next big item. He, in fact, has the money if he wants to go WoW Dota. Ah, okay. BKB is much smarter.
He's going for the smart choices. I don't know why you would think that people would go for items for WoW Dota value.
I don't know. People never do that. Definitely not in Southeast Asia Dota.
Yeah, never. Ever. Not in this series. Did we
not
have,
in this series. No WoW Dota items.
No WoW Dota items apart from rapiers. We had rapiers this series.
The rapier
too.
was an intelligent choice, yeah. He had to go rapier.
True.
I'm surprised he didn't go before the butterfly in that game.
Do you think he would have won if he did?
No, I don't think he would have won if he did. The bigger issue was he ended up without travels, but he could never afford to switch to travels. But that was the proximate reason they lost was he couldn't TP back to defend against Mirana.
Yeah. Well, BKB's all over the place. Joven has got his BKB ready, so, you know, he's just given up and building intellect. He's just going for survivability, so he can kill the other people, and they'll be able to kill Invoker maybe afterwards. But Invoker himself has got a BKB as well.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't got a 4-staff on Nyx Assassin, by the way. Or on the Shadow Demon, rather. So.
Huh, interesting. I mean, Medallion sped up their Roach substantially, so that makes sense. I'm just still trying to think of how Mineski can pull off a successful defense. It's going to be, as the BKBs come up, it becomes harder and harder, but OD still has potential. I mean, he has his own BKB. I believe it's on 10 seconds. Yeah, it is. So he's going to at least be a wall that's very difficult to break through and is always threatening you with the ultimate. Once he hits level 16 also, that's going to be very important for getting that extra damage on sanities.
Yeah. They need the wombo combo to happen properly, and then they have the chance to fight back. If they don't have that, then, you know, might as well be passive.
Yeah, but they have a good... So this is almost a replay at this point of Game 4, where Mineski had an even bigger advantage than this, but First Departure's task now is to go high ground against a good turtling lineup.
Yes.
They don't have Medusa, but Darkseer, Earthshaker, ODs,
and
no slouch
Venomance
at
awards.
turtling. Yeah, and Venom wards. Like, they can create a 2-layer impermeable barrier, right? Like, Fissure and Venom wards, right? Like,
Yep. Cannot break base. It's, did you just drop, or are you just quiet?
Nope, I'm here.
Okay.
I didn't say anything.
Good, I was just curious for a second.
Nothing
there,
of value was lost either way.
Oh, that's not true. It's not true.
Don't worry about it. So, Mirana, what do you think she goes next?
I hope she's going for a Desolator. I really love that on Mirana items, and as you said, like, right now the drop is going high ground. They need a Desolator. They need to, like, reduce the armor of the towers and stuff.
Good point, I agree. I also think ET should go Caress for the same reason.
For 100% sure. He actually has 3,200 gold. I'm curious to see if he wants to still get a Pipe. Because Pipe is pretty decent up against the lineup of Mineski. I mean, we just mentioned their wombo combo. Most of it is magical damage, so Pipe is nice.
Agreed. OD finally making his scythe as well. But still, against BKB Invoker, I mean, Mirana could go BKB too, I guess.
Yeah, but she already has a Lincoln, so defensive items is already there, and I kind of feel like if she doesn't go now for another defensive item, they'll lose too much damage in their lineup.
It's quite possible. That's a good point. Jules, meanwhile, is looping around for that Aghanim Scepter now, so it'll take a while. Is there a Sunstrike?
Yeah, up on Vash was a bit funny. Like, just random
Take that, Darkseer.
Yes! In your face. Peloton hasn't been in fights that much, by the way, apart from Sunstrikes. He's been trying to split push continuously with his Forged Spirits that he's been pumping out and sending towards the top lane, just continuously. Because the towers, slowly but steadily, are dropping. The tier 1, tier 2 top and bottom, by the way, both of them. The middle one, not so much, but yeah.
Consistent split pushing. It's very collected, calm game from First Departure right now. They're just waiting for Roshan number 2.
Yeah, I don't blame them for playing collect and calm. I mean, there's $7,000 at stake. How much is the rate compared to Singaporean dollars or normal dollars? Because I keep emphasizing that it's Singaporean dollars.
Is it 10k Singapore?
10k Singaporean dollars. That's a tower down.
Radiant's top tower
Nice
has
invis rune
fallen.
for Pelozan. Oh god.
It is $8,000 US. So
Oh,
that's pretty close.
that's pretty decent, yeah.
Yeah. But the point is the difference, right? Because it's 3K for second place.
Yeah, that's a big difference. It's very top heavy, so there's a lot at stake here. A lot of dollars.
Yep. It's the difference is 2,400 versus 8,000, so 55. It's more than $1,000 per person is the difference between winning this game because this is best of 5, and it's the 5th game of best of 5, and losing. And after a season that lasted, like this was a very drawn out season, 6 months or more, so they're definitely going to want to walk away with the absolute maximum payout. And also, Chibi wants to go to bed is the other thing. In lobby, he was like, "Dude, it's past midnight."
Yeah, it's very late for them. It's makes you wonder why the series didn't start earlier. But I guess for you, that's not that big of a problem because you already woke up at 6 a.m.
Makes you wonder why I got a good night's sleep. Actually, I like that.
You like to get up at 6?
No. I like to get a good night's sleep sometimes.
Oh, you really? I wouldn't think so.
Well, a good night's sleep for me is like 5 hours, but I like to get those 5 hours.
Yeah.
For the previous day, I got like 1, which is why I was saying even more stupid crap than usual during that cast.
I wish I could do with less sleep. I've been on to 7.5 hours again lately, which is,
Nothing wrong with that.
No, but I wake up and I feel like, oh, I want to sleep more.
Yikes. Pause gaming.
Pause gaming. Keyboard. Wait, keyboard.
Wait, keyboard. He's not actually telling First Departure to wait. He's talking to his keyboard.
Yeah, keyboard, wait. Don't type yet. Don't type G. So we had 2 invis heroes and they're going to try and snipe up the Jesse Vaj. In comes the Hex. The Sunstrike, the Impales, Kill. Easy pickup, to be honest. I would say Pelozan Shadowblade.
And nothing of value was lost.
Oh, hey. Now
we're talking about the hero.
He's got a Hex,
I'm kidding. He's important to the team, especially with the ultimate.
Useful.
He was only 1 creep away from getting level 3 of the ultimate, and now he won't have it for a minute.
Yeah, by the way, Jules is just continuously forced here bottom because the moment he leaves, his tower is gonna die.
Are they gonna do this, Roshan? Yeah, they are. They're going for it now, I think.
Well, they could. I don't think that Mineski can... Well, Mineski must be aware that it's there. I mean, if we're talking about a wombo combo thing, the Roche Pit is one of the better places to actually fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, definitely. Earthshaker, Darkseer, the whole point of the ES pick, especially once we knew that it was support, was to get that wombo. So, Darkseer ult into ES ult into OD ult. Yeah, you can win games. Like, no problem.
Yeah.
It just has to land and not lose people along the way.
Yeah, they need the Darkseer.
ES finally built up Blink, so he just got it. Like, he sold a lot of stuff to get that Blink.
I guess they're gonna prepare for the Roche Pit, but they don't have the vision. Like they've got 2 wards up, which are very defensive. They've got one on the high ground, of course, and one just near the Ancients. But that's it. No one if First Departure right now is doing Roshan, Mineski don't know it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, they know it'll happen, but they don't know when. They don't know what conditions. And I'm surprised that First Departure actually haven't used this time. Like, they knew exactly that Mineski rotated up here to take care of it. And now their timing is a little worse, but I think it's still good enough that Mineski shouldn't have the time to make it up, and they won't even try. So.
Yeah, they won't even try. They have to be playing so careful right now as well, because if they have anything bar the better fight, bar that team fight that we were talking about, what's the gem doing there? Then they're gonna lose towers and maybe even racks.
Gem was dropped to pick up Aegis.
Ah, there we go. Aegis for the moon.
I think Kai's gonna.
And she still went for BKB, by the way. So Desolator.
Wait. Okay. There's a. Does this thing block LOS?
Apparently so.
That's so weird.
Anyway,
I mean, love these. No, they see it. They walked over it. He's picking it up. He just ditched. He had to ditch the null talisman for it.
He's got a 4-staff now as well as a Shadow Demon, so... The question will be again, just like previous game, when is First Departure gonna feel comfortable enough to try and force out a fight, or at least take the tier 2s? I think the tier 2 bottom can still be easily taken, but Jules has just never left its side. I think he's gonna cry if he loses the tower.
I mean, it's going down. The real battle will be for high ground, unquestionably. But then again, Jesse Vosh has cut
nice
in.
Deny.
Nice deny, yeah, definitely. Did he turn his wards onto it?
No, it was just him.
Pure skill?
Pure skill.
Okay. So, I don't know, it is a good turtle lineup. I mean, that's the main thing. The Fissure, the Poison Wards, and just the massive ultimate capability means that this really is almost exactly like Game 4. It's just OD is playing the Mirana role, basically. Sorry, the Medusa role. The issue is that if they do get Raxed, OD is much worse at clearing out waves.
Yeah, they Moonlight Shadowed. They are... I'm not sure why, though. Like, they're not gonna be... Like, they didn't went in probably for the sentry ward, fair enough. But they killed it, so I feel like they could still have the element of surprise slightly, but they just back off. So that's a waste of Moonlight Shadow, so perhaps we're gonna have to wait until that's up again before First Sparta tries to take a fight. There's only one tier 2 left standing, which is the middle one. I don't think that First Sparta is gonna need it. They're actually split pushing right now with Chibix on the bottom lane. And on the top lane, Pelozon, of course, still sending his 4 spirits forward.
I mean, they're basically 20k ahead. Right, so in terms of gold, so that's about three to four major items.
Does that mean that we still have to wait 20k before they go in?
Possibly. I mean, it is a really scary lineup to push into for all the reasons we already discussed, because you can get completely destroyed. However, it's a lineup that's even more vulnerable to split push, right? Because you can't just do Medusa one lane, everybody another lane. You really need to keep together, and you need the enemy team to be together for your ultimate chain to be effective. Yes. So I think you're just going to see constant, non-stop split push from First Departure, and it's going to be up to Mineski to do their best blocking job to try to stop that.
Yeah, because it's going to be very slow.
Invoker with Ult Orb, do you think this is just Lincoln's too? Or is that Scotty money?
I wouldn't mind seeing a lot of Lincolns, because those fissures really are annoying, and actually Invoker hexed up. Ooh, BKB turned on by OD, but he backs off. He's not gonna die himself, but it was close.
That's too bad.
That's a 10-second BKB.
The problem is not the 10 seconds, the problem is the cooldown on the 10-second BKB is very long, so he 80 seconds that he doesn't have it.
Oh, Sunstrike doesn't kill him, though it was on par. It was a bit too late. Yeah?
Oh no. This is actually really scary, this push, with no OD BKB. I'm interested that they aren't pushing harder.
Well, they're trying to split push with the illusions from the disruption. It's come to that.
It sure has. I mean, that is one of the nice fringe benefits of SD, is that late he generates that very, very low risk, like 0 risk split push.
Yes, there's the man style illusions, of course, also, but he'll use that bottom probably, or wants to use it later on when the fight's actually happening. We have got 5,700 gold sitting up on this Mirana right here. Who, by the way, I'm going to look at the experience graph one more time, but it's very much in favor of First Departure, and we do reach level 25 soon, so it's going to be a worthless graph to look at.
Right. You're looking at it while we can. Man, he might get the familiars after leaping out. That's
whoa! That's an Echo Slam up on just Pelozon. The Hex is there as well, but Disruption will keep him safe. In comes an Impale. Earthshaker in some trouble. BKB is turned on. That's Earthshaker. That's Soul Assumption. Ooh, just after the Spike Carapace ended, Lobby won't die from it. Was very close to dying so far.
Pushing.
Only one Earthshaker died. A split push indeed there. Venomancer still goes down to the Mirana, who looks towards the Visage, but gets disrupted while hexed up. Loop forward. 1 kill. Yeah, that's another one right there.
Still has Aegis. This is really rough.
This is really rough. Joven was at least able to kill off the Shadow Demon, so no more defensive disruptions, but it doesn't really matter, does it? I mean, they got the tier 3 tower bottom. They're still split pushing top, because that's what the
Darkseer canceled TP as well.
Doing.
They're gonna take Rex.
There's a wall. Where's the vac? Well, there's the vac. Hana turns on his own BKB mechanisms, should be able to run away. That's gonna be Visit down for the second time. He just bought back. 8,100 gold. Well. 8,100 gold!
Yeah, and the BKB is so huge because it just means Darkseer, Earthshaker, OD just cannot respond, and it buys so much time.
Oh, Pelozon might be in some trouble. Jesse Vash has got another Hex to follow that up with. Actually, he's already used it on him, so they just force it back.
They have so much gold.
They will still lose their melee racks, though, which is a pretty big deal. The melee racks on the bottom lane as well.
Yeah, they're just getting picked apart. They don't have enough to fight, especially once the BKBs come back up. Invokers is already up.
And Gills.
They just can't. They're getting picked apart. Mineski, I think this is it, honestly. They might be the second place in RGN.
Looks like it. Mirana picks up Jules. Josh dies still as well. There's only 2 heroes left alive. The BKBs are on. Astral Imprisonment will keep the Darkseer safe for a little while longer, but I wonder how long. OD, what are you doing there, buddy? You're dead. Darkseer, only one left alive for his team. That is gonna be Rax picked apart. Looks like First Departure.
Cheapies. Just fountain farming them. So rude. With that Mushi money, too.
Yeah, he's sitting on 10k gold. No problem.
Yeah, it's the Mushi mark. So is Pelozon. He's almost got that Mushi money.
Pelozon also being a beast right now. Actually, is the beast that gets hexed up, so he's a true beast right now. He will actually go in this Moonlight Shadow, keeping him safe. He can actually turn this around. He has a hex of his own. He's gonna go for this with Chibik so low on life, but they're gonna try. Soul Assumption is not gonna be enough to kill him off. Lincolns will pop for that anyways. They don't call GGZ. Mineski is not giving up. I want, like previous game that we had a situation like this, there was a Medusa that at least was decent up against Mega Creeps, could buy a, you know, Desperation Rapier to get back, but there's no such hero here on the lineup of Mineski. And look at the difference in net worth between Invoker, Mirana, and then the highest of Mineski. That's just sick.
To be fair, both of them have 10k unspent, right? So there's actually no difference.
Well, Invoker did buy something.
Once they buy, yes, they will have.
That is indeed a Scotty Invoker. Cool.
It's that Scotty money!
Is this Scotty money? Finally! It had to happen in a game where an Invoker had 10k gold, but you finally get yourself a Scotty.
Yes!
Yay!
Yeah, I mean, if I really wanted Scotty, I'd watch Fnatic games, but still, it's always nice to see.
True. Fnatic is not playing.
Oh, is he gonna go that double Scotty money?
No. Yes? No.
No, it'll be Lincoln's, but still.
Yes. He could buy it if he wants to. Chibix has bought something too, and he's bringing it. And finally, no, still not. Why doesn't he build Desolators?
So,
I really like Desolators.
Desolator's a really cool item, but at this point, it does not matter what they build. Like, just to be 100% honest, I don't mean to be mean, but Mineski is not in this game. Like, just the BKBs alone stuff the OD so hard, and he's not even close to Refresher. So they're going to try to go for the surprise factor. Like OD's picked up a Blink as well to hopefully kill them before they BKB, but I don't know. That is so cute, the familiar running around.
A hexed up familiar, that's gotta happen. Nice.
I don't know. So Chibi got, what, MKB and crit at the same time?
But she didn't get a Desolator, you know?
Didn't get Deso, yeah, they still don't have one.
Yeah. It's okay though, they don't need to take that many buildings down again, and I think by the time they do, they will be
there's very few buildings left. They don't even have that many huts anymore.
4.
Yeah. Well, no.
Counting the huts.
5 with the Ancient, and then you're not counting the huts.
Yeah, I'm not counting the huts. Okay, I just counted part of the huts. There's 5. 6, 7. No!
Yeah.
8! No, I did not.
That's 7. A lot of huts. Oh, Chibi with the arrow again. Gonna miss though. Jules has Ags, so they still have a combo. The problem is that they have to hit FD before they BKB. Like, they have to just hit everybody with Echo Slam, everybody with Sanities, and everybody with the Venom. And even then, it's gonna be tough.
And then you have to still have the situation where First Departure is actually grouped up. And that hasn't happened for a while.
Which is smart of them. It's a very smart decision from First Departure. There's the Blink forward, but they just can't find the opportunity. Where's the Earthshaker Battle Fury is my question.
Oh, Blinken, Jesse Bash. In they come. They only catch 2, but they want to try it. 1 dead. It's the other Titan, but the disruption keeps Pelozon safe. Turns on his BKB. Meteor, Deafening Blast. And that Lincoln Scotty is working wonders for him. He is able to pick up more. That's already going to be a double kill. Godlike Chibix, as it is going to be a total massacre. Pelozon still died to the Visage, but I don't think it matters. For Mineski, it doesn't anyway. It is a GG. First Departure, your champions for the Rapture Gaming League here, taking home 10,000 Singaporean dollar, while Mineski has to be satisfied with 3,000 Singaporean dollars.
Yeah, well deserved by First Departure, honestly. A grueling series, both teams well deserving of the wins that they got. Invoker finishing that Manta. This can be quite the post-game screen, but still, First Departure dueling it out through a tough field. I don't think most people, frankly, going into the playoffs would have favored FD, right? Like, almost everybody predicted, I think, either Orange Titan or maybe Mineski or Mythtrust, but FD, the underdogs, basically.
I was expecting Mineski Orange.
As the finals?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. I thought Titan would do a little better than they did as well.
Yeah, they were out quite fast, actually.
They were? I mean, they made it to playoffs, but not any farther.
Yeah. Well, that was our series. Would you say how picked or played for over the entire series?
Oh, for the series, I don't know.
It's
like
difficult, right?
It was such a long series too. Like a lot of the games went long, but I do think that in the end, I don't know. Like game 1 was given away at draft mostly. I think this game, it's a combination of drafting and laning. Like I was confused about the Earthshaker pick, and then doubly so when they didn't run OD mid. Like you look at this Invoker at the end of the game, and you're like, man,
This Invoker could have 2 last hits instead of 402, and 14 GPM instead of 714.
Yeah. I don't know. I want to say shout out to Pelozon. I think that he definitely shined
For sure.
here.
He
the
did.
Entire
he was huge in every game except game 1. Game 1 he had a tough time, but
yes. I think that's...
honestly, they all played well. And Mineski were very impressive as well. Unfortunately, they have been... part of the reason they've been doing so well... Yeah, right. I like that. The 4 blinks. Yep. The 4J blink dagger, like 4J 4 staff in the game 1.
Yep.
I think that Mineski have ridden a little bit. Like sometimes you get to a good pick before everybody else does, and you can just ride that for some wins. And Alchemist support is a little bit like that for them. It's almost impossible to beat Mineski when they have the Alchemist. But then FD just either stole or banned it the remaining 4 games.
Yeah, understandable.
And it became a lot harder.
Understandable.
Not impossible. Like they're still a good team, but they didn't have it.
Well, that was it for the Rapture Gaming League. It was a long season. It started very early on, like in May, I believe. And all the way up to now. There were 7 teams total in the group stages when the group stages ended. 6 teams in the playoffs and only 1 to be left victorious. Congratulations, the first departure. Very well deserved. Great games here today, I have to say. It was just a great watch. Even the Stomp was fun to watch, to be honest. I mean, that was
Definitely.
just great.
Yeah.
And of course, thank you for joining me here. Of course, last week as well, not joining me, but for casting the games, and for yesterday joining me, and for these finals as well. Do you have any shout-outs or plugins?
Well, no, shout out to you, Shiver, for having me on. Shout out to all the people running the RGN League, because this was actually a really fun playoff set. Like, anybody who watched was treated to a lot of really, really great games, including this entire series. So, shout outs to them, shout outs to you, and of course, thanks to everybody in-game and on Twitch that watched part of the RGN playoffs.
Yeah. So
shout
also,
outs to Darkseer.
Shout outs to Darkseer.
Ishkafel's still my boy, even if he's really bad.
Well, you have a tough love, I'd say.
Yeah, it's tough love.
Yes.
It's tough love. Shape up. Get Ice Frog to buff you again.
Yeah,
like, give
that's
back
how
the old
it
Ags
works.
so he can be the best hero ever made again.
That's how it works. Well, I'm going to say thank you for being here as well. I'm going to be seeing if I can still catch a movie. I doubt that I will get the movie that I was going to watch, but I might be able to get still one. So thank you for being here. Also, shout out to Vickerman for joining me all these games. And shout out to all the viewers for being here while VG Gaming vs. Alliance Game 3 is going on. I mean, seriously, I wasn't expecting to get any viewers today, but it happened. And it was a great series to watch as well. So thank you, and thank you to the Rapture Gaming League for having me on, of course. And yeah, have a good evening, night, morning, wherever you're from. I'm out.